Welcome back to Alphablocked. I've been doing rune crafting, running back and forth here at ZMI. There is level 50. Unlocking the large pouch, but we have not unlocked the large pouch, so we will wait to continue until then, because that is going to very much increase the number of essence we can move. I stay here a little bit after the medium pouch degrades. I can basically get away with running back and forth with stamina potions, and then waiting a little bit for the energy recharge, running back and forth, and by the second go through that, the medium pouch is degraded, so it only holds 3 instead of 6. And then when that happens, I leave to go get it repaired. Just based on the amount of time it would take to do a third crafting of essence at the altar, that would make me run out of run much quicker. So I think what we're going to end up doing is going to be just the medium and large pouch. When we return. So we can say goodbye to the small pouch. Only holds 3 essence, so it's not a huge loss. And then I hop worlds, just in case anybody's being a little bit clever, staking out the abyss entrance on the ZMI world. It looks like most people are just repairing their pouches with NPC contact, since I don't see anybody else that's skulled there. Either way, we end up just doing one trip through the abyss, get our pouches repaired, make some runes. And I don't bring an axe or a pickaxe or anything. With this setup, our weight is 0, and the defenses are good enough for running back and forth, so we can make our repairs and go make some nature runes, because why not? A little bit more of experience and the smallest amount of money. But there is rune crafting. It's going to be much the same once we get the large pouch. Just slightly faster experience. And it's also slightly faster experience as we continue to make better runes. Let's clear the bank fillers. Yeah, it looks like we've made a little bit of money here. Up to 31.1 million. So that's good. Still going to be going for 60 rune crafting, but not right now. We've got items to unlock. To start our quest for our first item unlock this round, we need to continue a quest. Namely, Client of Corrend, where we smash an orb. Apparently that's what they wanted me to do. And we get some broken glass, which is not the unlock. 1, because that's an item that starts with B and not A. And 2, because we already unlocked broken glass. So that's a win for me. Now we get to run all the way back to the ports. Yay. And to wrap things up, talk to Veos. He has no clue what's going on. Gets possessed or something. As quest complete. Client of Korend. 1 quest point, 2 lamps, a favor certificate, and Kardeth's memoirs. The item we're unlocking first is Antique Lamp. Now, there is a few problems with this, namely all these different things that we got. So what we're going to have to do is unlock the lamps here, and then one of the K items this round, then the other K item next round, and then we'll be able to make use of all of this juicy content. First question, can we bank the lamps? You cannot. Less than ideal. Less than ideal. So that means our options are destroy the lamps, keep the lamps in our inventory until we've unlocked both of these items, or use them and then not make use of whatever skill we put them in, since technically we haven't completely unlocked this yet. So what we're going to do, just for convenience sake, we're going to put these in rune crafting. 500 XP. 500 XP. Yeah, that's not much. But now rune crafting is locked until we have all the quest rewards unlocked. Not that I was intending to do a ton of rune crafting right now either, so that's fine. We will get to what we're doing with these items once they become unlocked. But for now, we move on to B. And a super useful item. The bucket of water. Look at that. We can now fill buckets with water, empty buckets of water. This is what winning looks like. A bucket of water. This is used in many different quests for many different things. So I'm going to look and see what we can accomplish with this incredibly powerful unlock. We will be making use of Bucket of Water later in this round. I think we'll only need 1. Well, no, actually we need a lot more. So let's get a few buckets of water. They're not exactly expensive. Yay! Buckets of water. Fantastic. But we are not ready to make use of those quite yet. So we will move on to cake. We're gonna get a cake. Honestly, more expensive than I expected. But I guess not many people actually make or thieve cakes for very long. But now we have a cake. Yay. Last round, we unlocked the desert shirt. So we're going to continue that theme and get some more desert equipment. This time, desert robe. There we go. Another beneficial item to bring if we're going to the desert. Slowing down our use of water skins being fancy. Although there's also something to be said of maybe just using graceful instead of the desert robes. I guess it depends whether or not we intend to be walking or standing still much. Because it doesn't really do much while you're actually running. Either way, though, that's okay. For E, we are getting ourselves another cosmetic set. We're getting the Elven top. Let's go on with the shoulders. Or the sleeves, maybe. Clothing from Prifddinas, which we've totally been to. Prifddinas totally exists for us right now. Elven top. How much you gotta pay for an elven top? I just want to look fancy. 14,000 coins. Changes the shape of your body. Interesting. That'll look better once we have the full set here. There is Elven top. And now, we go on a quest. Probably going to take multiple attempts at this. But I'm getting this next item. The item that I am after is in the recruitment drive quest, which we don't start here. Spiffing. Goodbye. Ceramic. Alright, it's fine. It'll be a few trips back and forth between Certifi and Ceramic. But we will be able to access the puzzles within Recruitment Drive. Lickety-split here. So let us actually start the quest up here in Falador Castle. Ceramic. Do you have any quests for me? Yes. And now we can talk to Certifi. Easy as that. Although it's going to take a few more steps. Or something. Or does it take steps later? I'm not... There's multiple quests with these guys. Recruitment drive. So I begin my testing. I think it's wanted. Wanted or slug menace, something. Where it actually turns out that you're actually not supposed to be here for the test. Ready to begin the test? Yes. You need to have a completely empty inventory. And equipment. Pop to the bank. And we can start recruitment drive. This is the part where we actually need to get the correct bit to get our item here. Assuming that we actually can get there. Although many of the steps don't require items to be picked up, so we might luck out and be able to get this nice and easy. There is at least one puzzle that we cannot do. Speak to me to begin your task. Certainly. Will include wait, patience. And there you go. The clue is patience, and the victory condition is do nothing. You might think that's the easiest quest ever. And in this case it was, since we are right where we want to be. In this quest, well, this challenge step of the quest, you need to do the get the fox, grain, and chicken across the bridge puzzle. But I'm mostly interested in the fox. Look at us. We have fox. I know that previously there had been various bugs where you could get these out. Oh, we can't have these. I just want to hold them to look at it. We have unlocked fox. I'm taking these with me. Yes. Oh. They took my fox from me. And now I'm sad. There is a lot of items involved in Recruitment Drive. Especially in that one room. Not that room. The other one. So we will not be finishing that quest. Instead, we're going to go unlock things from the Grand Exchange. First up on this list of things, we're going to get the Gatter Hammer. For a total price of 1,000 coins. Now the real question, can we wield the Gatter Hammer? You're not sure how to wield or use this weapon, has a distinctive Mortanian feel to it. So it looks like we need to actually do the quest there. Which is unfortunate. That's probably going to be in aid of the monarchy, which we need in search of the monarchy, which we need nature spirit. So that is 3 quests deep before we could hold this. Unfortunate. Much like the elemental shield, but probably with even more items in the way before we could wield that. I mean, that's okay. It's not a good item. Seeing as how we purchased it for 1,000 coins. Either way. Last round, if we hadn't stumbled ourselves into a herring unlock, I would have purchased a Hammerstone hops seed. But instead, we're just going to get the hops. Now we have these. We can't grow them since we didn't unlock the seed. We can't do anything with them. They just exist. Hammerstone hops. Sure. And now, another cosmetic item. We're going to get ourselves the Ironfall Helm T. Maybe. Ironfall Helm T. Come to me. Or not. We're not going for the G. Partially because I don't think it looks as good with our sets we're going to have. And partially because it's so much more expensive. Although, if we can't get this Ironfall Helm T for a cheaper price than that at least, it might actually not be more expensive to get the G. G might have a larger trading volume. There we go. 119k. Not bad. Looking snazzy. And a great item to include in our things we unlocked at the end of the episode cosmetic showcase. That's gonna be great. For J, I'm not even sure if these are available on the Grand Exchange. They are not. So we need to take a trip. So we're going to get our taking a trip outfit on, including the giant axe. Also traded in my old glories, got new ones. We can't refresh them ourselves, so we have to make do with having to purchase them. Although if we check our history here, we sold the ones with no charge for 120k and bought them back with 6 charges for 119. So it looks like we got 60 teleports and were given 210 coins for our convenience. I guess there's people trying to buy the uncharged glories to turn them into glory 6s in hopes of getting the eternal glory. Looks like they're losing money on each charge they do there, so that could be a net loss. I don't know how rare that is. Fairly rare at least. Just for curiosity's sake, how much is that these days? The amulet of eternal glory, 37 million. Yeah, you could lose yourself 20 coins a couple times and still make profit getting yourself that. That is a lot. That is a lot for the same thing you could accomplish by just putting a glory in your house. Whatever, that's fine. More power to you, I guess. We need to head to Zarek's Glade over here in Korend. There's a agility shortcut here. Yep. Should be able to use this to chop down a juniper tree. Chop, chop. There are our item for today. Starting with J, it's juniper logs. Ain't that something? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're going to need a few of these for a future endeavor. But for now, we're going to use one of those 60 glory teleports that we recently got and head to Edgeville, where we will unlock our next item. We already have it. It is the Korend Favor Certificate. Yay! And we don't get to keep a bank placeholder of that. Unfortunate. That's okay. Much like with the lamps, we can use this, but then not actually make use of it until we unlock the final item next round. This gives us some bonus favor in one of the Korend houses. Now, typically, you would want to use this on Piscarilius because the task there of maintaining the fishing net cranes is pretty bad. But we have the items required to do so, which is more than we can say for the Arceus house, where assisting in the library gives like a dozen different books that we haven't unlocked. Skipping that to get to 20% will allow us to seek dark knowledge instead, which will allow us to progress here without having to unlock a dozen different things. That unfortunately means we get to maintain the fishing nets, which isn't great, but it does mean that we actually can continue here. Now, again, we can't actually go and do this right now. Partially because we haven't unlocked everything from that quest yet, and partially because we don't have the Dark Knowledge unlocked yet, either. Well, that is the last real barrier for the Corrend favor system taken care of. Next, we need to gear up and head to the Abyss. So, naturally, we are not going to bring our best stuff. It's a short run to the Abyss, but there's always that chance. So let's head in there. Not the most useful item right now, but there is large pouch. With this, we can store 9 pure essence. That sounds right. So that'll be very good for rune crafting, which is currently locked. But once we have that unlocked again, we're going to be in business. We got the level, we got the pouch, we got our kind of messed up ZMI training method. But overall, we are good to go as far as that's concerned. Now we get to use our bucket of water, or rather, our lack of bucket of water, to make some progress in another quest. So let us empty the bucket of water to go get a bucket of water. The quest in question is Misthalin Mystery, where we need to empty a barrel of rainwater into a bucket that is significantly smaller than the barrel, somehow. But then we can search this bucket for the manor key. And then we can, nice and easily, run over here to the door, use the manor key to unlock the manor. And we did not put the manor key in the bank. That's probably gone forever. But in a rare event, we can actually do the next part of the quest, unlocking a new item immediately. Because we go straight from manor key to note. Oh, sure, we get a copy of the note. We don't get to have a copy of the key. Luckily, we left the key in the door, or just unlocked it. But then we threw away the key, which is unfortunate. But if we search the barrel, we're not going to find another one. The barrel's empty. Sad times in the not having it in the bank at the end. Oh well. That's okay. We do get to keep note, though. So, that's not complete loss. Note. And we got our water back in our bucket. So, that's a win at least. Next up, we can purchase this item from the Grand Exchange. Probably not going to need too many of these, just because of how it works. Honestly, one even might actually just be fine. But depending on exactly how things work here, we might need a few, so I'm just going to grab, like 5 would probably be enough. Olive oil. And 4 dose, why not? used in Shades of Morton. And we'll put these in the bank. Very good. And now we get to make use of our buckets of water again, which is fantastic. We just need to head to Artie. The next item in the Plague City quest that we're going to need is this picture. Simply named Picture. Unfortunately, the item after this starts with B, so we cannot continue and complete Plague City. But what we can do is at least unlock the ability to go to Westerdone. Ardoin. Ardugni? Ardogan? Ardogner? Artie. With many buckets of water, we can access the sewers. Then all we need to do is fail to open this grill, add a rope, and get Edmund to help us out. A fantastic cutscene. Where only the part over there moves. But it works. We now have access to West Ardoin. Not that there's much to really do here, but it was an absolute process getting here. So I'm going to enjoy my time. I mean, not really. There's not much to enjoy over here. But we can come here. And that is... it's something. We are back to Q again. Still can't do anything with Q. No surprise there. Quick Lime, Queen Secateurs, Quest Point Cape, Quest Point Hood. Still a no-go, unfortunately. So we need to continue on to the next item. And that is back over here in Missile and Mystery. With the convenient infinite table knife in hand, we come over, slash a painting, and find a hidden compartment, which contains Ruby Key. With the Ruby Key, we open up the next area, take a tinderbox from the infinite tinderbox shelf, light some candles to make the room drier. How much a few candles will do that? Debatable. Then we light this explosion, run to a different room, jump over a wall, and we're having a swell time. We get another cutscene where the spooky killer is going out, killing. All the information's wrong, so she gets to die. Totally fair. What a weird land. Being all murdery. I've got a giant axe, so I really can't talk. the questionable things that you get up to in RuneScape. But there is note 2 on the ground. And we can't pick that up. So we're going to leave. And come back. Next round, actually. To get that note. So instead of that, we're going to go make some more progress in a different quest. In Mauritania. Due to our careful planning, we have pre-unlocked the majority of items required for Shades of Morton. So we should easily be able to breeze through the rest of this quest. Well, most of it, actually. In general, I want to look through all the different dialogue options. Make sure we get the right things done. There we go. That's right. We need to kill 5 lower shades and get their remains. Which will be easy, since they're level 40, and we are level 95 in full thorax and a whip. I think we'll be able to manage. That was easy. 5 shades. Dispatched. I've killed the shades. He takes 2. And now we get to have to chat to the other person here in town. Typically, this would be the part where you want to use his shop to buy all the things. We already have all that stuff, so good to have. He takes another shade. Then we need to make sure we go through a lot of his dialogues in order to be able to actually work at the temple. Which I do now. That's up to you, my friend. See if we did that right. This Vladimir temple, and wishes he could rebuild it. Well, you should get a window to the north, and you can look out and see it's already been rebuilt. The altar's ready to go. We need to reinforce the temple. Enough. And that is why we needed the timber beam and limestone brick. Because that allows us to build the temple a little bit here. What we are looking for is sacred oil. And we'd probably be better off fighting the shades to get our sanctity up. Well, we might as well use up these resources that we put in here. Get that meager amount of crafting experience. Not that we're low on crafting experience. The bowstrings continue to be just a lot. Still very easy money. Should be able to light this now. And olive oil. That is 1 sacred oil. And we're close enough to be able to get another one here, so might as well. We shouldn't need more than these 2 here for the rest of the quest. Unfortunately, due to our whole unlocking things thing, we can't get the Serum 208 to be able to permanently unlock the shop and stuff here. Not that that's super necessary. But now we can use, well, not now, but we will be able to use this sacred oil
to cremate some shades. But not right now. Right now, I've got a question to figure out. Our lowest skill, by a wide margin now, is thieving. And for good reason. Our thieving training options are few and far between. Realistically, we only have coin pouches and silk. And coin pouches themselves limit us to only some of the pickpocketable targets, like citizen, warrior, guard, and eventually knight. We don't have any boosts to help us with any thieving whatsoever. We don't have tea. We don't have bread or chocolate slices. So at this point, and with our level, I'm going to test out the XP rates, stealing silk, and pickpocketing warriors. One of these two may very well be our training method to 60. Because guards catch you a lot more often. Knights even more so. Especially at only the base level. With no thieving boosts at all. So we will see how this goes. This pillory guard is being very thematic. Go away. Warriors and silk. Both very bad thieving training methods. Getting 15,000 experience an hour, give or take. But silk, especially standing here with everybody trapped in this building, we already have the maximum XP rates. As our level goes up, we should be able to get more experience at warriors. So I might thieve silk here until, I don't know, 50. Then we can try warriors again. If you can get them trapped, it's easier to just spam click the warriors. To get the maximum XP at silk, you need to be paying a bit more attention. So I guess it all comes down to how much effort I feel like taking. Either way, it's pretty bad, but we can train our thieving. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. Who's to say? Next up, on the list of things to unlock, we need a book from in here. We found a strange tome. Tome of the Temple. We need to get one of these at a time. So we got the Tome of the Temple first. We can read it, but it doesn't have any pages. So we just need to put all the pages in there. That completes the Tome of the Temple. We still have these two other sets of pages, so that's going to be two other sets of tomes. But once we get all three of those, that'll be that. So that's good. Over here, at the Grand Exchange, we can get our next item. Might have some problems buying this, because I don't know how many people are going to make unfired plant pots. Actually, trade price 18,000. Okay. Yes. Only 119. Perfect. If it wasn't obvious, we are very much running low on things that start with U. That's why we got the unfired plant pot. Generally, not a very useful item, turns out. But no matter. Going back to one of our most visited locations. Rolaka. Next step. In Pier the Seer's puzzle house, take the vase to the tap, and we get a vase of water. You shake the strangely shaped vase, the water inside sloshes around a little. Some spills out the neck of the vase, but it's still a vase of water. So we can constantly shake this vase, a little of the water spills out, but there's always more water inside. Curious. Much like the infinite herring, we have produced infinite water, apparently. Of course, there also is a tap right now nearby, so that's not a huge accomplishment. Either way. Back to Varrock. And this time, unlike the other times we've said this, we should actually have no problem buying the last items. Nothing's going to be some absurd, uncommon item with ridiculous prices. Just normal things, having a normal time. So normal, in fact, that I'm just going to make a few of them. For W, we are getting Willow, Shortbow U. Yeah. Not gonna get a strong shortbow or anything, because we don't need that. Willow, Shortbow U. And now, looking at this collection of items, not going to help at challenge mode Chambers of Zarek. Stats, not high enough to do it with what we have. I mean, honestly, I don't know. That's something I could check out. What is the worst setup people have used to complete challenge mode Chambers of Zarek? There's probably something crazy out there. But, not me. Not like this. So we're going to move swiftly on. Grabbing our U Shortbow U. And one of our copious amounts of bowstrings. Which I'm going to get the rest of out noted. Because why not? We can make ourselves the U Shortbow. It's not very useful, since we already have the magic shortbow imbued even. But it starts with Y. That's what I'm looking for. Take out the rest of our cash. Sell off these bowstrings to double our money again. Eh, that's okay. We can get our last item here. Zamorak, once again. This time, the full helm. A little costly, because it's used for a clue scroll. But there you go. Zamorak full helm. Yay. So that is all the items unlocked. There is a few more things I want to do before we wrap this up. One of them, for some training I'm going to do, we're going to get 1,300 maple logs for basically nothing. Guess what skill we're going to do with that? lastly, I'm gonna go fight another boss, very much in quotation marks. I'll take some rune arrows, magic short bow eye, handful of cheap stuff. We're going to be going very high up, so dueling ring probably just going to get me where I'm going. How's that setup looking? Fine. Death cost is basically nothing. Gonna bring a few prayer potions, just in case. A couple monkfish. What's my range level? 72? That's probably good enough. Because we are taking on the Chaos Fanatic. How would the run be from here? Pretty far. Let's try to get the level 44 obelisk. Not risking anything that's worth worrying about protect item. We can just head on in. We don't have the option to change where the portals go, unfortunately. So we are at the whims of probability here. I'm not too worried about it. Because again, even if we die, it's not a big deal. I just got one magic guide to shoot in the face a whole bunch of times. We are back here. Wilderness adventure. 35 is good enough. We can run from here. Okay. Would have been faster if we had the burning amulet. We do not have that. I make do with what I have. We have to turn that to not hidden. I had that when I was trying to pickpocket warriors, which I tried again at 50, and it still was not very good. The increase in experience between warriors and silk was small, but the amount of effort was high, so I'm probably just going to go steal silk to level 60. As unfortunate as that is. Pew pew. We should be able to hit. At least enough. I'm not using any range potions. Not using any range boost in prayers. Come on. This ain't the KBD. We have to at least hit something here. It's actually a pretty tanky boy. That's an easy fight. If a little bit longer than I'd prefer. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, he takes off our stuff. That's the thing you can do. Only slightly annoying. Not a big deal. I don't know. Does he have a melee attack? It's never really come up. Well, I guess that's why I have the food. I looked into the new combat achievement stuff, and we can't finish even the easiest tier for various reasons. So I'm not too worried about any of that. Let's go get our arrows. We didn't bring a lot of these, because we don't want to risk a whole lot of them. Oh my gosh, just shoot the guy. It's also not ideal because we have limited gear. which makes us have less total accuracy. But it is the wilderness, so kind of have to work with what you're willing to risk, really. I don't exactly have the highest amount of money to burn on dying for no reason. Man, the amount of chat he says really gets in the way of his health bar. That's okay. We'll know he's dead when he falls over. Let's give him another special attack. Well, it hit damage, so that's something. Oh boy. Not the quickest. We had much better luck down at Crazy Archaeologist. Of course, we do have 86 magic. And I guess Trident is better than MSBI. That's debatable. What isn't debatable is that I would have to have been flicking my prayer to not use any prayer potions here. And that would have been more unnecessary work. I need my arrows. Oh yeah, we got plenty of arrows. That's not going to be the problem. Glad I brought 100 though. 50 would have been slightly annoying. Oh boy, this is not quick. What is this guy's defense, I swear? He is level 202 though, so can't be too surprised. We're getting close. We're getting close. It's good that he has the AoE projectile attack, or this would be very brain dead. Keeps you at least a little on your toes. Ah, you did the take off your stuff attack. Yes, you only did that twice so far. We've been here a long time. Still annoying, though. Still annoying. Two hits in a row. Fantastic. Missing the special attack. Less fantastic. Picking up my arrows. Every time we walk under to pick up our arrows, he moves another space. Don't think there's very much useful we could do with that, but it's happening. Oh boy. Seen any good movies lately? And we got him. Sorry, what was that? I think that is a reward for... I think that's the combat task for not getting hit by any of his splash attacks. There we go. We did it. And it was only an entire process. We didn't get to keep our... whatever it is he dropped. Like pizzas or something? Nothing useful. But there is our boss slash demi-boss kill for the episode. That I've decided that I'm doing now for some reason. Either way. That is everything we needed. So we can check up on the bank. As far as things that we can wear that we've gotten today, we have our option of Zamarakian Desert Elf. Or Iron Desert Elf. Good. Fantastic. Bucket of Water. That's probably our most useful item from this round. Large pouch is good too. But yeah. Let's take out these things we still need to get rid of. Total bank value, 31.5 million. 3 mil cash. Lots of stuff. And lots of stuff. A variety of usefulness. Anyways. We are getting closer and closer to the end here. But there's still lots to do. And there's going to be lots to do between rounds here. Because I'm going for a pretty solid start. Next time. Goodbye.